Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can stay updated on all the videos that I post. So, today's video is going to be a little different than some of my other videos. I just wanted to sit down and film a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm going to be going out here soon. So yeah, I just wanted to just sit down and talk to you guys while I do my makeup. Okay, so I had to grab my mirror, but so just life updates, things that have been going on. So as some of you may already know or have seen some of my other videos, I was working at the Mayo Clinic. For my brows, guys, I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This is really, really great. So for those of you that may or may not know, so I was working at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and I was there for almost like a year and 2 or 3 months. So it was always my dream to be a nurse in the military, and I've since made a video about that because I am now part of the Air Force Nurse Corps. So with that being said, after I put in my resignation at the Mayo Clinic, I have since came back home to the sweet old state of South Carolina, where I am just hanging out and chilling until I go to commissioned officer training. So I was going to talk to you guys just a little bit about my experience working at the Mayo Clinic and being in Rochester. So Mayo Clinic was fabulous, guys. Like, literally, I could not have imagined like a better hospital to work at, straight out of nursing school at least. My orientation process straight into the ICU was fabulous. I had excellent preceptors. Minnesota in general was of course a very different state. I had never even traveled nor had a reason to travel to Minnesota prior to me getting on at the Mayo Clinic. Hold on, I forgot one thing. So, of course, being in a new state, in a new job, a new career, like everything, it was like almost so overwhelming. At one point, I remember during orientation, I would be in orientation or in my class or whatever the case may be, and by the time I got home, I literally just wanted to take a shower, eat, and go to sleep. Like, that's all that I was doing. And I was like, there's got to be more. This has got to get better. And eventually it did. I'm going to go and prime my lips here. They're feeling a bit dry. I'm going to go in with some of this Glam Glow Wet Lip Treatment. This is really, really good, guys, just for keeping your lips hydrated. Especially if you're like myself and you like to wear a lot of liquid lipsticks. So like I was saying, there was like times where I would just come home and just like want to eat and sleep, and that's like all I would want to do. And I was like, this has got to get better. This has got to get better. And eventually it did. Once I got through a lot of the classes that I had to take, a lot of my various orientation meetings, new hire meetings, finally making it through orientation, and then like kind of being off, you know, on my own, actually feeling like my own nurse. So that really, really helped. But what a lot of people don't know besides my family, I went through like a really rough time being in Minnesota all the way, like so far away from home. And I've always been the type of person that I don't let fear of the unknown hold me back. And I feel like that's like such a great trait that God has blessed me with. Like, I'm not scared. Like, I don't have a spirit of fear. Like, I'm so super adventurous. I used to skydive. Like, I have done all that. And I'm not talking about tandems. I actually was going through the accelerated free-for-all program and was jumping out of planes at 15,000 feet on my own. Like, so fear has never even touched me. But I felt, I don't know, like, I've never had a spirit of fear. But when I got up there, it was just more of the unknown and not having, you know, like my friends that I went to nursing school with, trying to make new friends, people on the unit, trying to just establish like life on my own or whatever. So it was super, super challenging, I would say. I'm just gonna leave my brows like that for now. I'm gonna go in with my primer potion. I'm gonna start working on my eye makeup. So I think probably after being there for a couple months, and like I was in a relationship and like all this kind of stuff, so like I'm not gonna talk about any of that, but I will just say that I don't know, I just was not feeling like myself. Like, I don't know if any of you guys ever experienced that. I'm going to use this Too Faced Peppermint Mocha palette from their holiday collection just because it kind of goes with the colors that I'm wanting to work with. So, alright, like I was saying, so I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced that where you're just kind of almost like floating through life, and then you have like all these questions about like the meaning of life and what's your purpose and like where are you going. I just felt like I was experiencing like all of those types of feelings, and I had never experienced that before, and I literally was not feeling like myself. Like it's, and I think it's still even hard for me to really express what I'm talking about even to you guys on camera. It was just almost like I went up there and just kind of like lost myself in the process. Like I got to where I wouldn't want to do anything. I would always just come home from work and like eat and go to sleep, and on my days off, I wouldn't really do anything. Now, yeah, my mom was there, so, you know, I had company, and we would be traveling. We went to Arizona and went around the Grand Canyon, and we did take a trip to Barcelona, but I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like I had almost kind of lost my center and like who I was. If that even makes any sense. I'm probably not making sense to you guys unless you've actually experienced this. I wouldn't say that it was like a form of depression. I would just say that it was like what do I want out of life? Like, where am I going? Where do I see myself 5 years from now? Can I still see myself in this job? Can I still see myself with this person? Like, can I still see myself living in Minnesota? Like, is this what I have envisioned for myself? And I had to really step back, and the answer was no. Like, that was not it. Like, that was not it at all. So, you know, I feel like sometimes in life, you have to you just have to go. You just have to go. You just have to do what you have your heart and your mind set out on, despite what other people might want for you. You only know what's best for you, and you have to do what's going to ultimately make you happy at the end of the day. You know, so your life is like a story, so it has to be the type of book that you would want to read. And I just felt like I wasn't living my life to the fullest potential that I could be. So that's when I really put my heart and mind to pursuing the Air Force, because I really want to work on becoming a critical care air transport team nurse. So that's it's kind of like flight nursing, but a little bit different. And then also working in Germany at the hospital there that brings wounded warriors back from the battlefield. Like if they're too sick to make it over to the US, then they stop in Germany, Ramstein. So that's like one of my goals. So I have to position myself to where when I'm walking down this path of life, like my goals are there. And that's where I want to be. That's where I want to stay. So I have to remember this experience that I had in Minnesota as unique, life-changing. I learned so much at Mayo Clinic, and being able to say that I worked there was, of course, a plus. But I never want to stay in a situation where I am not happy. Like, I just don't want to do it. And I'm not going to do it. And you shouldn't do it either. You should not want to stay in a place where you're not happy. And you also shouldn't want to stay with somebody that doesn't make you happy. So, okay, I'm going to go in on top of this with my Makeup Geek. They're loose pigment. This one's in Wildfire. It's really pretty. So yeah, so with that being said, that was a little bit about my experience while up there in Minnesota. I have since been home, and I have been loving life. Like, I've been like so happy. Like, I just can't even describe. Like, my mom was like, oh, I have not seen you laugh this much since you got, like, I have not seen you laugh this much in Minnesota since I've seen you since you've gotten home. And that really spoke volumes to me. Like, was I that unhappy? Like, obviously I had to have been. Alright guys, I need to do my eyeliner and I am not an eyeliner pro at all. I'm still working on my eyeliner game, so I am going to do that off camera. But I will be using my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner, so I will be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I just had to do my eyeliner off camera. I'm going to start on my foundation and I'm just going to prime my skin with the Maybelline Baby Skin. I really like this primer. It just leaves your skin like really nice and soft and it minimizes pores. So I definitely like that one. So I think since I've been home, I have definitely had a lot of time. Well, what can I say? I know I've had a lot of time because I'm waiting for my transition into the Air Force. So I am currently not working. So I've had a lot of free time to... I'm sorry if you guys hear like running water in the background. My parents are doing something in the kitchen. So I've had a lot of free time and time where I could just think. And you know, I finally think that I have reached a place where I know what I want. I'm not going to settle for anything less. I finally reached a place where I can say that I'm happy. And I know that sounds weird for me to have just come out of a situation where I wasn't happy. Color correcting with LA Girl, the orange color corrector. So I know it's probably hard because I literally just said I came out of a place where I wasn't happy. So like, how do you find happiness that fast? But I think for me, it just took actually being home and just being able to really have time to myself. And so yeah, I just think that's really what I needed, honestly. Like even not even being in a relationship, just being to myself. Like I just want to work on me and get to the place where I need to be, the place where God wants me to be, and everything else will just fall into order. Like I don't want to do anything out of order. And I mean, as a lady, as a woman, and I'm sure all you women that are watching have experiences, especially when you're in a relationship for like over a year and then you come out of a relationship, then you're like, oh, and then it's like at that time there you see like, it's not even like Valentine's, but you see like couples everywhere, like, oh, couple, whatever. And then, so I've just kind of felt like periods of sadness here and there, but I'm not going to let it get me down because I know what I went through and I know that I made the right decision. So, alright guys, for foundation, I'm going to actually use my Smashbox BB water just because it's super lightweight and I don't want anything heavy. And I'm in the color dark for those of you that are wondering. I actually like how this has a nice little dropper-like thing, which I think mine's actually a little bit broken, but anyways. Yeah, my dropper is definitely broken because it's not really letting me pick up the way that I want to. So I'll probably have to go in with extra. Oh no, look at that, I forgot to blend this spot of color corrector. So what are my future goals? I want to, of course, get established in my new career, in my new transition with the Air Force. And then I do have plans to go back to school. I do want to be an acute care nurse practitioner. I know everybody, or mostly everybody and their mama in critical care wants to do nurse anesthetist, but that is not what I want to do. Like I used to always think, oh, I want to go be a CRNA, but no, I'm over it. I'm over it. After working with some nurse practitioners and getting their insight and then lots of Google reviews, or lots of reviews, or like, you know, looking on Google at job prospects and just things like that, I think that my personal goal is nurse practitioner. I think that's what I would be most happy with. And then of course, like I said, I want to do acute care. I don't want to do primary, just for the simple fact I would still like to be at the bedside, or like at least semi-bedside, and not in a primary care office. And I just don't like the age range of primary care. I know acute care starts around age 16 and then through the whole lifespan. Personally myself, I don't want to deal with kids because I don't like them. So I know that's kind of mean, kind of harsh. It's not that I don't like them, but I don't want to deal with kids. I really don't. So as you guys can see, this is like super lightweight coverage. That's why I really like it. So you really have to color correct and fix any dark spots ahead of time, because this is not going to be your, you know, Estee Lauder type thick, medium, full coverage. So, but I still really like it. I'm going to go in just a little bit more. So people are always like, oh, you're so young, you know, you have your whole life ahead of you. And you do. Like, you guys are out there watching this. If you are at a place where you are finding that you're not happy, if you're in a relationship that you know is not good, if you're in an abusive relationship, I want you to find the strength and the courage, as long as you're going to be safe, to get out. I want anybody watching this to take inspiration, because that's all that I want to do, is just be able to inspire others. And you really need to get to a place where you are happy and you follow your goals and your dreams, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I want other people to do. And there's just so much craziness going on in the world right now. I think it's really good to have like an outlet, and for me, that's what YouTube has been. Like, I started my YouTube channel when I was in my last year of nursing school, and I would always watch my best friend in nursing school. Hey girl, if you're watching this. So I would always watch her videos, and I was like, oh, they're so nice. Like, I could do that, because I've always been into photography, so I had like tons of like photography equipment. So I'm like, why don't I just start recording? So let's see, concealer, I'm going to use Naked Skin in the color Dark Neutral. So I was like, oh, I could totally do that. Like, why don't I just start my own channel? And that's exactly what I've done. And the amount of growth that I've seen since starting my channel has been tremendous. And for all of you guys that are out there that are watching, that have been watching my videos from the start, thank you so much for your support. For those of you that are new, I'm glad that you guys have found my channel. I hope that you like the content that I have. So I always think it's nice for you to find an outlet, and just a way to kind of like express yourself, and just get away from the chaos of life and work in general, and having a family, and all of these types of things that come with just being a human and living. So I definitely think having an outlet is really, really nice. Actually, guys, I will be turning 25 in May, and I'm so pumped, because I'm going to be like a quarter of a century, and most people are like, oh my god, like you're getting old. But no, 25 is like the new 50. So I'm really looking forward to this time in my life. I'm going to be celebrating in Mexico, so that's going to be super exciting. So I'll be vlogging that. So while I'm still chatting about products that I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and let this concealer set. And I'm going to use my Laura Mercier, the new medium deep setting powder. I did a review on this, so I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in seeing. I did a review and a comparison between this one and the original. Gosh, this is so freaking gorgeous. It's just as gorgeous as the first time. So like I was saying, with this new transition into the Air Force, I feel like this is going to be a really, really good suit for me. At least I'm praying that it is. I am going to be a critical care nurse, of course, like I said. And so my term right now is only for 3 years. That's all I signed up for, just because, I mean, you got to give stuff a try. You got to give stuff a try to know if it's what you want to do, if it's what you're going to like, that sort of thing. So I just did 3 years, and then I'll be at my base doing that sort of thing, and then possibly a couple deployments here and there. Oh crap, I got something in my eye. Okay, I'm back. I had something in my eye. I don't know. I think it was probably like an eyelash or maybe some setting powder or whatever. But anyways, so let me put the top on this before I spill it. So yeah, like I said earlier, this is my first video of this kind. I have a little bit of excess powder that I'm going to wipe off. But other than that, it is squared away. Look at that finish. Look at that. Flawless. So I'm going to go in with some blush. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Cola Pop. So like I said, this is my first actual like sit down and just talk to you guys type video. So you guys have to let me know what you thought about it. You guys have to let me know in the comments section. Or, you know, you can talk to me on social media. I don't care. I'm a super easy person to talk to. So, like I said, this video was just meant to kind of talk to you guys about life updates, how I was feeling, how things were for me in Minnesota, how things are for me now since being home. So this was in no way, shape, or form like a bashing video. I was not bashing Minnesota Mayo Clinic, past relationships. Like, I'm not bashing any of that. I just want to sit down and just keep things real with you guys, because I feel like sometimes when you go through the motions of like making videos, editing them, and uploading them, you're almost just so focused on just that video content that you take away from your true self. And I want you guys to know my true self and my true personality, because I feel like that's really key in establishing trust. And I want trust on this channel. Like, I want you guys to trust my content. So that was kind of what I was going for. I'm going to do my mascara before I forget. This is the Essence Crazy Volume I Love Extreme Mascara. It's really, really great. I'm not doing the whole false lash thing because I just cannot get into that. Maybe later in life. Right now, I just can't deal with it. I'm going to go in and do some highlight. This is the Cover FX Candlelight. It's just the pressed powder version, not the liquid. But you know what? Let's do a little bit of the liquid just because it's fabulous and I want to show you guys. So this is the liquid version here, and I'll do just a little tiny bit because it's so super pigmented, just to show you guys. Okay, that turned out not to be a little bit, but you get the picture. So let's go in. Because it's a liquid, I do like to go in and kind of make it a little bit more diffuse with the Beauty Blender. One glow is life, though. Look at that. So I went in and put some of the liquid on both sides, and then I'm going to go on top of that with the powder version. So if you guys want more videos like this, just let me know. If you guys have specific topics that you want me to discuss, just let me know. I'm always open to giving you guys content that you guys like to see. So the last thing that I have to do is my lipstick. So I'm going to use the LA Girl Matte Liquid Lipstick in Rebel. So I'll just go through and put this on really quick. Okay guys, so this is the final look that I came up with. The glow, fabulous. The eye look here. So I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. I just want to get a lot of things off my chest as far as how I was feeling. What my future plans are, how things are going for me right now, what things will be looking like for me within the next couple months. So I will have a period of time where I will be not making any videos. That will be when I am at my officer training program for 5 weeks. So I'm trying to get enough videos filmed for you guys ahead of time so that they can just kind of go through on their own. And I will try to do a little bit more vlogging of the process of me getting ready for officer training. So that will be coming up here soon as well. So I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. So let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this video. And make sure you check the description bar. Like, comment, and subscribe. Connect with me on social media. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!